Really good. It's good. How about yourself? Busy?
Can't complain. This
Yeah.
is a little. There's been some craziness.
Yeah. As always, right?
Most of the talk is about football stuff, but was it kind of crazy when the news broke and everything about the conference realignment and everything?
Yeah. No, it definitely was. It's obviously exciting, but we got a couple years of playing the Pac-12 here. We're excited about, so looking forward to that.
What have you seen from your guys from the end of spring? Now they go through summer workouts and stuff to now they're planning for fall camp.
Yeah, guys have done a great job. I mean, they've done everything we've asked of them. You can see bodies changing. I've done a tremendous job with Coach Wiley and all those guys on the strength staff, and really excited about going into camp, finally getting to get into season and get this thing rolling.
What have you seen, like, change-wise? Like, do you want guys to get bigger, or is it like flexibility, speed, like what?
All the above. Yeah, I mean, you can just see bodies just filling out a little bit, muscle-wise, losing body fat. You can see their numbers are going up in the weight room, lifting-wise and running, which has been great. So, all the things you want to see in a team, that growth is happening, or has happened throughout the summer.
A guy like Josh Fallow's been around the program a long time. We get asked about him like a lot. Like, is there a path for him to be, contributing member with this group?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's an open depth chart, and everybody on our team knows that. It's across the board. It's not just my position or anything like that. But he's a very talented guy. A guy that's had some injuries in the past and things that have probably kept him from playing more games. But talented guy, very smart. Plays with an attitude. I'm looking forward to getting on the field with him in a padded situation too. I've been in a couple walkthroughs and things like that with him, and obviously in the film room. So good to see him actually put pads on and go out and play.
Ethan Ray, someone who's been limited by injuries a lot in the past. Do you expect him to have him fully healthy for camp?
Yeah, and I think Ethan's healthy right now. I mean, he's done a good job this summer lifting and running and all those things. And so, like I said, it's going to be an open depth chart, trying to get our guys out there and see what everybody can do with pads on. And now that we're getting closer to season, really, opening the playbook up a little bit more and seeing what these guys can handle.
What does Follow need to show you to prove that he needs to be on the field?
Honestly, I've never been on the field with him, so this will be my first time seeing him actually practice and participate since I've been here. And so, obviously this is a very trusted position. You have to do a lot of things, and there's a lot to cover with run game, pass game. You got to do everything. And so just seeing what he can do from an athletic standpoint, ball skills and all that kind of stuff, which I've heard are great. But actually getting to set my eyes on it and see how much he can really handle, and he's got a good competition with other guys in that room.
Talk about the various aspects of the tight end position. What are you looking for the your starter? Does it need to be a guy that's well balanced, or is it a guy you're looking at it as our number one pass catching guy and our number one blocking guy, and we'll use them in different ways? And how do you kind of assess the position as a whole?
That's a good question. I think obviously you want guys that can do both. You can do everything, but we also are in the business of adjusting and playing to our strengths too. And so it's kind of finding those guys who can do all of it really well. There's guys that'll be better at the blocking aspect than the pass catching, and vice versa. But we have to be able to put guys out there that they don't know every single time. This one's out there, we're running it, and this one's out there, they're throwing it. So. Trying to develop the whole athlete really is what we're looking for. And so, you really have to get those guys in a situation where they can compete every single day with each other. So giving each of those guys equal reps and putting them in situations, and then finding out what they're really good at, and trying to put those guys in the most successful situations as possible.
What do you think is the next step in progression for Blake?
Blake's another one of those guys. I haven't seen him in pads yet, so I like what I've seen of him up to this point. I think he's a really smart football player. He cares a lot. He's clearly studied the playbook and things, because I'm watching him in walkthroughs and run-throughs and stuff. He knows what he's doing, and I love that for a young player especially. So excited to get on the field with him and see what he is capable of. But again, I've heard great things from the previous staff and from guys that I know, and just from watching film of him from last year. So I'm excited about him and the group that we've got.
Is he completely healthy? I mean, he'll be good for all
Yeah.
year too? Okay.
Yep. He'll be out there day one, ready to go.
What's your position group got to do to, I guess, stave off the wide receivers, because that group is so deep, so the tight end stays on the field, you don't go 4 wide all the time. What do you guys have to do to be a valuable asset to this offense?
Yeah, no, that's something we preach every single day. You know, it's been a big thing for me, even in the spring and heading into summer, talking to my guys constantly about, hey man, we got a battle. I mean, you know, you look over at that room and there's some really, really good players in that room, guys we brought in and guys that were here before, and so. I think just anytime we have an opportunity to go up and make a play, we got to go make it, you know, and continue to sharpen up and develop our blocking technique and make ourselves a valuable asset in the run game, but also in the pass game too. We need to be those big targets. That's one thing. We have some big target wide receivers too, so we have to find something that differentiates us from those guys, and you know, really just going up and making those big catches that only a 6'5", 6'6", 6'7" guy can make.
The guy behind you, Malcolm Epps, what have you seen from him in the 8 months or so?
Yeah, Malcolm's great, man. I mean, he's a great young guy. He's what you look for in a player. Great attitude, positive energy, all that stuff that he brings to the room every day. Looking forward to him going up and making some plays this year. Tremendously talented guy for being 6'6" or 6'7". He can do some things that a lot of 6'6" and 6'7" guys can't. So we're looking forward to seeing him run around out there and hopefully go make some plays for us.
How's he changed in the spring? Have you seen, do you have any different goals for him, or as far as conditioning and everything?
Yeah, no, I think he's really worked a lot on you know, his strength and flexibility. A lot of times when you get taller like that, you tend to get a little bit stiffer in things, and you know, I think he's really taken that to heart and worked really hard at it. So running wise too, I think he ran close to 22 miles per hour, which is fast for a big dude like that. And so excited to watch him this summer and see how he transitions here from camp into season.
Who do you think's made the biggest jump, just taking their game to the next level?
You know, from a strength perspective, I think Jude Wolf did a really good job this summer. A lot of great reviews for all of my guys from the strength staff, but they specifically spoke about Jude and how hard he really worked on putting on some muscle and you know, adding some really good weight. So I was really excited about that. You know, Jude's a great guy. You know, has a lot of ability as well, and I think that'll help him tremendously, kind of working our way into season here.
He's the only guy we didn't ask about. What does he bring as far as like the strength of his game as a tight end?
Yeah, you know, really smooth. Got really good hands, a good catch radius. He does some good things in the run game too, and so again, looking forward to getting into camp where we can work every single day, back to back to back to back, and really hone in on all those little technique and fundamental things. You know, but I think Jude's a really good player. I think he cares a lot, and he wants to be on the field. He wants to be one of the guys, which is a huge thing.
Playbook-wise, is the group kind of up to speed? Was that done in the spring, or did it kind of take a little longer than that?
Yeah, no, I mean, we got a ton of it in the spring. There's obviously things we'll add in and game plan adjustments and things like that, or game plan specific things, but for the most part, the whole offense is in, and the guys have been working throughout the summer. Again, just on player run, you know, practices and stuff like that, where they did their own thing, and so had a lot of opportunities to work that. It helps having a guy like Caleb, who's been in this offense, kind of back there helping coach it up, and Mario and some of those guys too. So excited to see where we're at in camp when we get started, but expect to start really fast.
You mentioned Caleb. Sometimes the tight ends are that security blanket, I guess, for the quarterback. What's the chemistry like between your room and the quarterbacks there?
Really good. I mean, you know, we had a great quarterback room. We have a great team. We have great young guys on this team who really care, and you know, and our standard for the team, number one, is team first always, and I think we have a team that really has embodied that and made that important, and so. You know, again, I'm excited for camp because it's another opportunity for us to continue to grow our relationships with these guys and with each other. And, you know, we're going to need every single day of it before season two, heading into a season with a tough schedule and great opponents ahead of us. So we're excited to get rolling.
Message to the tight ends, like when you roll them out there tomorrow, what's kind of key for that group that you want to see from them?
I mean, just not taking anything for granted probably is number one. We're trying to build a championship culture here. We're still in the process of building it, and we'll always be in the process of building it. It never stops. But, just taking advantage of every single rep, whether you're in, whether you're out. We can learn from every receiver rep out there. We talked about the receivers and how good that group is. We can learn from those routes too, and we can learn from when there's two running backs in there and one of them is blocking like we would be blocking on a certain set. So just really taking advantage of every single one of those reps, and then just the mentality we need to come out and attack everything with. Having that championship mentality comes along with just attacking every single drill, every rep of everything that we do. And no matter where the ball's at, it's our quarterbacks are going to put the ball up there for us to go make it, and we got to have that mentality. We're going to go get it.
Riley, he was the type of air raid offense is not necessarily an air raid, so to speak, but a lot of the stereotypes around air raid offenses that tight ends don't necessarily get used as much, but obviously tight ends are an integral part of this offense, so how do you guys kind of respond to that, and what do you think the role of the tight end is in this offense?
Yeah, this honestly, if you go back and watch Coach Riley's offense, there's some air raid schemes in there with 4 wide, but this is not an air raid offense. If you go back historically, the last 10 years he's run this thing, the evolution of it all has moved to 1 or 2 or even 3 tight ends at times, and so I think Coach has done a great job of making this thing his own, and we have an incredible role in this offense. So obviously it's going to come down to what we can do though. If we can make those plays, if we can show that we're those guys, then our reps should go up.
How does the tight end room here compare to the one that was at Oak Grove?
I'm sorry?
How does the tight end